Madam Speaker, it's interesting they would incorporate the issue of housing inside the amendment itself. All one needs to do is to take a look at the leader of the Conservative Party. When he was Minister of Housing, it was virtually a disaster. Hundreds of millions spent, and I think he built 6 nonprofit housing units that were actually built under his term as Minister of Housing. And yet, we have a government today that is working with municipalities, provinces, different stakeholders to build more units, bringing in budgetary measures. What more does he believe the Conservative Party could actually do to see more houses being built? Is he suggesting that we go back to the way that his leader, when the leader was the Minister of Housing?
Honourable Member for Niagara West.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. And I want to thank my colleague for the question. One of the things he raises, he talks about the hundreds of millions of dollars they're spending, and my challenge with this government is really their competence level. And at the end of the day, this government has no problem spending money. The challenge is actually getting results. We don't have to go back very far. They talked in a previous question, talking about the fact that they'd spent all this money under COVID and all these other kinds of things. I want to remind the member that it was a sole source contract for $720 million for ventilators. $720 million, and there was $237 million that went to one of their former colleagues, Frank Bailiff. And so, we talk about spending money. We also need to keep in context accountability and transparency and make sure that we're getting the job done. Any government can promise to spend money, and this government is awesome at spending and awesome at making promises. What they are terrible at is actually delivering. And what they are absolutely incompetent at is managing taxpayers' money in a responsible way. And what happened to all those ventilators? Some of them are still in the wrap, still on docks, and they're actually being sold for $6 for their parts. This is the height of incompetence.